Sending the Queen City zone off that face-off to Ross. Comes Peyton in the far corner up to Irons at the point. Sent towards the net. Larson, I think, got a skate with a leg on it. So Queen City through the neutral zone now. Shot turned aside by JT, pad save. Puck played forward. Ross coming in the zone. He's got help. Cross to Smith. Koenig with the shot. Turned aside by the goalie. Ross back towards the net. Puck comes to Larson. Down to Ross. Back to Larson. Plays it far corner. Koenig is there in a battle. Comes out with it. Sends it on around to the near corner. Koenig now. Got Harp with him. Queen City comes out of there with it. That's out of play. Neutral zone face-off coming up here. Face-off went over towards Gross. He sends it in. Puck comes near corner Harp. And then puck comes out to Queen City. It's sent for icing. Sent out of the zone off that face-off. Ross plays it back towards the Queen City zone, but they force it back into our end. Puck winds up with Gross, back out to the neutral zone. Back in by Queen City. Ellenberg with it now. That's in the Queen City zone. Ben picks it up. Drops it for Harp. Below the goal line, over to Schuma. Shot off the goalie's pad or the side of the cage. And Queen City will ice that. I guess it was tipped. JT plays it out towards Harp. Lines up with Brock. Icing's waved off that way as well, and that's going to be a trip on Schuma. To the penalty kill. Queen City with control off that face-off. Battle in the corner. Queen City came out of there with it. Send it up to the point. Shot turned aside by JT. Played to the corner by Hank. Queen City regains possession. Saved by JT there.
What's up? Where's Carrie at? She just disappeared.
They got to be up high somewhere, I would think. Yeah, I don't see her. Carrie?
See you right down here.
Ben lines up with it, comes out of the zone. Ratcliffe got a poke on it, sent back towards our end by Queen City. That's sent into the Royals zone on net. They're able to play it into our end. JT gets it over towards Ellenberg. He gets it clear. Ratcliffe racing to get there. Queen City sends it in. Ellenberg plays it on towards Ben. He gets it over towards Hank. He's coming through the neutral zone, gonna chip it in. Queen City will have to regroup. Mullenkamp will send it in the Royal zone. For the penalty, Castor plays it to Hank, poked off his stick. Carson sends it in the zone. It's going to come around towards Castor. And to Hank, back to Castor. Puck comes to Irons. Centering pass. Couldn't find Carson. Puck is loose. Kept in there by Irons, forced to the near corner, up to the point. Smith gets by him, out to the neutral zone. He plays it across towards Castor. Will regroup. Smith into the zone off Carson's stick. Queen City will cover, and we will get an offensive zone face-off coming up. Mullenkamp sent towards the net, blocked halfway there. I think that was off Carson's shin pad. And Queen City will send that for icing. What's up? No. What happened? That comes out to Moses. He gets it forward to Mannion into the zone. Royals with a takeaway there. Sent in. JT's going to leave that for Brody. Gets it over to Mullenkamp off the glass into the Queen City zone. Peyton has it in our end. Comes out to the neutral zone. Poked in by Larson. Royals goalie will keep that alive. Ross picks up a loose puck there. Feeds it towards the net. Larson left it in the slot. Didn't get any help, and I think we're going to get a power play here. Must have a hook or interference or something. Hooking on the Royals, so we will head to the power play. Puck's going to come all the way around to Ben over here. Makes a man miss. Got it to Peyton. Over to Harp. Tried to get it to Larson. It was deflected. Ben takes it deep. Over to Harp. Over to Peyton. On to Irons. Peyton Harp. Back to Peyton. Oh gosh. Irons got a shot on net there. Peyton got a shot on net. Harp with the puck. Up towards Irons. Stick by the Royals there. Back to our end. Another clear there by the Royals. Peyton gets it over to Molenkamp. We got some changes happening, so we'll take a deep breath here behind the net. Brody picks it up. Up to Molenkamp through the neutral zone. Skates it in. Sends it deep. Hank is there. Tried to keep it moving. Queen City with a clearing attempt kept in by Brock. Koenig got a shot on net there, saved by the Queen City goalie. Puck's going to come out of the zone. That's probably going to do it for the power play. Brody sends it forward towards Castor. What do we have? Too many men here? Too many men on the Royals. I did not see it, but that is the call. Back to the power play. Too many men. I didn't see it, but I mean, whatever. I wasn't counting either. Puck comes back to Irons off the face-off towards the net. Glove save. Comes to Peyton. He sends it on to Harp, on to Larson. Got a shot off there, turned aside by the goalie. Puck is loose. Ben keeps that clearing attempt in the zone. He drops it for Irons. Gets it over to Peyton. Back to Irons. Sent towards the net. Tipped wide. Harp picks it up. Ben gets it down to Castor, back to Ben, now to Irons. What's that?
How would they hold on to it for that long when they're getting a 5-on-3?
I don't know. So we're going to get another. We're going to have a two-man advantage here. Face off one back to Irons. Gets it over to Peyton. Over to Ben. Oh my gosh. Puck's out of play. Just missed it by a beat there. Clearing attempts kept in the zone by Peyton. Driving towards the net, drops it to Irons. Cuts to the middle and drops it for Peyton. Back to Irons. Sent towards the net. Saved by the goalie. Cleared there by the Royals. Larson drops it for Ben. He's driving the net. Centers to Peyton. Missed the net. Ben with it. Back to Irons. Over to Hart. Oh, good save by the goalie there. Kept in there by Larson. Peyton collects the loose puck, gets it down to Larson. That's in the back of the net. Mullenkamp.
Keep it up, Vaughn!
Face off one back towards JT. Brody picks it up before it gets there. Mullenkamp coming through the neutral zone. Sends it deep. Ratcliffe is the first one there. He's knocked off the puck. Kept in at the blue line by Mullenkamp. Shot blocked. Royals pick it up. They can't handle it. Ratcliffe with the takeaway. Mullenkamp into the zone off Brown's stick. Brown races to get there, forces the puck on towards Ratcliffe. He picks it up. He peels back towards the corner, sends it to Brown. Up to Gross. Puck comes out of the zone on that. I don't know if we had in the crease or something. Shima didn't like the call. Face off going back to Gross. Over to Ellenberg. That's into the offensive zone. Carson forces it back to the corner. Comes near wall. Ellenberg towards the net. That's off the side of the cage. Castor picks it up, sends it back deep. Mannion ties the puck up. Still in a battle there. Castor comes to help. Now the Royals come our way. They're offsides. Neutral zone face-off coming up. Face-off one back to Irons. He chips it out to the neutral zone. Larson sends it on into the Royals end, but they've got it. And they are in the neutral zone with it now. into our end. Smith picks it up, plays it forward towards Ross. Got by him, but Larson picked it up, leaves it in the neutral zone, and here come the Royals. Centering pass found to Ross, and he's coming the other way. That pass is sent forward to Peyton. Larson now over to Peyton. Good save by the goalie there. He was on his heels and falling back into the net, I think, when that whistle blew, but kept it out. Offensive zone face-off coming up. Kept in the zone there by Mullenkamp off that faceoff. He sent it deep. Koenig is in a battle below the goal line. Been there to help it. Goes out to Queen City, and they are coming through the neutral zone. They'll send it in. Brody gets a stick on it. Leaves it for Ben. Poked off his stick. Mullenkamp over to Brody. Up towards Koenig, out of the zone. Ben picks it up there. He's coming in. He's got Hank with him. Pass was intercepted or deflected anyway. And Queen City's able to send it out. Koenig picks it up. Got it over to Mullenkamp. Now Walker with it. Back to Broad. Brody sends it in, but it's off of... I don't know who was off of, but we got a neutral zone face-off coming up. Had to be somebody on their bench. Gross with it over to Ellenberg. It's in the Royal zone. Schuma in the far corner. Came back to Schuma. He sends it to the near corner. That's going to come up to Ellenberg. Takes some space. Shot. Glove save by the goalie. Offensive zone face-off coming up. Kept in by Ellenberg. Royals player just got punished behind the net there. Castor and Schuma sandwich. Offensive zone face-off coming up. That's one back to Harp. Shot off. Pad save by the goalie. Comes back to Harp. He's below the goal line. Poked off his stick. Coming near wall. Castor forces it back deep. Royals will try the other wall. They're able to send it out. And coming our way. tie it up. Face-off won back by the Royals. Smith gets it forward to Peyton, makes a man miss. He's coming in, he's got Ratcliffe, Mannion coming with him. Over Ratcliffe, that's in the back of the net. Face-off win back. Smith gets it over to Irons. That's into the Royal zone off Peyton's stick. Ratcliffe will be the first one there. Tried to connect with Peyton there in the slot. It was deflected. Ratcliffe got it back. Down low to Mannion. Mannion gets it up to Irons. That's sent towards the net. Deflected wide. Peyton sends it up to Smith at the blue line. His shot. Glove saved by the goalie. Offensive zone face-off coming up. Koenig in the corner. Puck comes out to Brown. Shot turned aside, but killed by the goalie. Covered up by the goalie. So another offensive zone face-off coming up. Why you always gotta Royals force it out. Smith sends it on near wall. Sent back deep by the Royals. Smith gets it to Larson, neutral zone. Tried to connect with Koenig, but it was picked off there. Sent back in our end. Smith is back to retrieve it. Chips it out towards Brown. On to Koenig. Running out of time. He lost the handle, and that'll do it for the first. Face off one back towards Irons. He gets a clear. Queen City sends it in. It gets by JT on past Molenkamp. Kept him at the blue line there by the Royals. That shot was blocked in front of the net by Irons. Molenkamp pulls it out of there towards the near corner. He's in a battle. We got a clear there. Can't tell if that was Irons or Castor. Puck goes out of play. We'll get a defensive zone face-off coming up here. Shot was deflected. JT got a glove on it after the deflection. Queen City regains possession. Hank got a stick on that pass. Queen City's got it back. That shot pass goes wide. Came to the near corner. Now Queen City at the point. Gross is able to send it out of the zone. Queen City coming back our way from the neutral zone. Ellenberg with a clear. Puck comes to Ben. He gets it forward to Hank. We're coming in one-on-one. Hank off the post. Comes back to Gross. He's gonna skate that in, gets it to Ben, over to Hank. Shot goes high. Puck comes back to Gross. He makes a man miss. He's driving towards the net. Feeds it to Peyton. His shot was blocked. Hank with it in the near corner. He feeds it across far corner to Peyton. Peyton to Molenkamp. Pass got by Ben. Gross on the far wall. The Orioles pick it up and they're coming our way. Molenkamp's in the box for a slash, so we'll go back on the penalty kill. Gross. Looks like we're looks like you got an interference on Ellenberg. Royals pick it back up. Shot goes off the post. Larson makes a man miss. Ben lost the handle. Orioles coming back our way. Saved by JT. Puck comes to Larson. He's going to get it clear.
Grab a drink.
Sending our end. JT's got it. Sends it over towards Koenig. Kept in at the blue line there by the Royals. Forced out eventually by Koenig. Royals back in their own end. Castor got a stick on that shot. Puck comes to Gross. Forward, Koenig, Castor. Castor coming through the neutral zone. First penalty is expired. Say JT. Face off one back to Smith, forward to Harp, into the Royal zone. They send it back out. Sent in on net by Brown. We had to check up. Shima with pressure now. Forced off the puck. Irons picks up the loose puck in the neutral zone. Forward to Harp, got by him. It's going to go deep. Irons is pursuing. Pokes it on. Royals will pick it up. Played forward. In a battle on the near wall. In the zone off Moses' stick. His centering pass. Didn't find anybody. Mullenkamp with a takeaway there. He enters the zone. Shot, pad save. And Royals coming our way. Pad save by JT there. Played with the high stick. Ben plays it on to Hank. Back to Ben. He has space. Shot might have been off the goalie's shoulder, hit the back glass, came to Hank. Eventually forced out of the zone by the Royals. Koenig finds a loose puck in the neutral zone. Ben has it crossed towards Gross. Got by him. Winds up on Hank's stick. He drops it for Ellenberg. Shot goes off the goalie wide. Ben picks up the puck. That's out of the zone. Gross has it. Over to Ellenberg. Icing. Peyton with the puck coming through the neutral zone. Peyton regains possession, plays it deep. Ross up to Smith, over to Irons, to Ross, in the back of the net. Off one back to Irons. Forward to Peyton. Irons picks it up. To Ross. On net, glove save. Larson gets it over to Peyton. Back to Larson. Tried to connect with Ross. It got by him. The Royals were able to chip it out. Smith sends it back towards their zone. A little back and forth there. Larson finally skates it in. He's got Peyton with him. Pass is deflected though. Ross was in a battle there, won the battle. The puck comes our way though. JT gets it over towards Peyton. On the near wall, he sends it out of the zone. Royals shot on net there, glove saved by JT. He's going to hold on to that, and we'll get a defensive zone face-off coming up. Royals will possess off the face-off. Mannion with the takeaway. Whoop. I didn't see that. Guess we got Caster with a cross check. The consensus is that that's a terrible call, and boo. But we got to kill the penalty here. Shot was blocked. Royals regain possession. That shot gets through to JT, and he's going to gobble that up. Royals win the face-off. Sent towards the net, glove save JT. Face-off one back, Mullenkamp with the clear. Royals fumble in their own end. Coming our way now. Sent in, gets by JT, comes near wall. That shot, Ben got a stick on it. Wound up being a pop-up. Royals regain possession. Glove save, JT. 41 seconds left on this penalty kill. Face-off comes to Gross. He sends it on around near wall. That gets out of his zone, gets by everybody all the way back behind the Royals goalie. Royals will send it in. JT got a stick on it. Puck comes to Gross. Royals have collected it. Pad save, JT. Penalties expiring as we talk. That'll do it. Puck comes out to Brown. He gets a shot off. Glove saved by the Royals. Goalie will get an offensive zone face-off coming up.
Cooper's out there with him.
I think that was Hank that got a shot off a stick, out of play. We'll do it again. Moses will take the face-off. Went over to Koenig. His shot goes high. Off the back glass, comes to Brought. He sends it deep. Hank back to Brought. Towards the net to Moses. Tried to feed it back to Hank. Royals got a stick on that, forced it out of the zone. That's back in our end. JT gives it off to Mullenkamp. He plays it forward to Koenig. Brown picks it up. His pass is deflected. Comes back to Brown. He gets it to Hank. We are in the zone. Hank with it again. And the Royals force it out. Sent back in by Mullenkamp. We check up. We're changing. and the Royals ice the puck. Royals with possession here. Centering pass was deflected. Smith picks it up. Forward. Got by Mannion. That goes for icing. Boo! Royals won that face-off. They got a shot off, went wide. I don't know if it was deflected. Irons picks up the loose puck. Forward. Ross comes in. He's got some room. Glove save by the goalie. Offensive zone face-off coming up. Yay! Ellenberg sends it in the zone. Larson racing to get there. Royals fighting to maintain possession. They can't. Ross winds up with the puck. He sends it down low. Larson's there in the near corner. He keeps it moving to Peyton. He makes a man miss. Gets it over to Larson. Backhander goes off the goalie. Stays out. Ellenberg shot off the goalie's stick. That shot's off the side of the cage. Royals pick up that centering pass, and they're going to send that out of play. Neutral zone face-off coming up. Faceoff comes back to Gross, over to Ellenberg. He chips it in the zone. Gross got it to Koenig. Comes out of the zone. Ellenberg sends it back in. Royals pick it up. Kept in by Koenig. He makes a man miss. Drops it for Harp. Back to Koenig in the near corner. He keeps it moving to Ben. On to Harp. Couldn't connect on that shot. Didn't get all of it. Comes back to Harp. Up to Ellenberg. Now Ben. Across to Gross. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Koenig, I think. Koenig from Ben. Face-off one back to Hank. On to Mullenkamp. He sends it in the zone. Royals force it back our way. That's going to go for icing. Royals finally play on the puck off that face-off. Kept in by Brought. He gets it down, gets it past Hank to the near corner. Hank in a battle now. He comes out of there with the puck. He gets it up to Brought. He's going to shoot it off Castor's stick. It goes wide. Castor back to Hank. His shot, stick saved by the goalie. Peyton through the slot. Comes to Mullenkamp, the far point. He kept it in. Comes back to Peyton now. Royals pick it up, and they are coming our way through the neutral zone now. Turn back. Peyton picks it up. He's got Hank coming with him. Drops it for Castor off the goalie's shoulder. I think that was out of play, but we're going to continue. Puck comes to Hank. Played to the far corner. Peyton picks it up. Tried to feed it to Castor. It was off a skate. And the Royals have picked it up now. They're going to send it in our zone. Mullenkamp picks it up. Cross towards Hank, off his stick, into the Royal zone. Schuma will pressure. We got changes. Puck comes to Smith in our end. He gets it over to Irons. Into the Royal zone, off Schuma's stick. Mannion picks it up. Wound up on net there, turned aside by the goalie. Stick saved by him. They send it all the way back to our end. JT plays it out to the neutral zone. Ratcliffe sends it on. Mannion will pick it up. It's in the zone. He drops it, gets past Schuma. The Royals pick it up, and they're coming our way. That'll do it for the second. See y'all for the third. Puck's in play, comes back our way. Enters the zone. Cade's got it. Towards Ross. Turn back, but Larson picks it up, skates it in, feeds it across towards Peyton. It was deflected. Goalie steered it wide with the stick, I believe. Comes near wall. Cade in this near corner sends it around towards Gross on the far wall. Down to Peyton. Tried to connect with Larson. He had pressure. Did find the puck eventually. Plays it near wall. Ellenberg sends it back deep. Ross had a stick on it. Goes on to Larson. Queen City eventually sends it out. Gross into the Queen City bench. Neutral zone face-off coming up. Face-off one back to Irons, over to Smith, on to Harp, into the Queen City zone. Koenig poked it over to Ben, back, and he sends it back to the near wall. Harp. How is that? Yeah, you got it. So we got a penalty on Queen City here for a tackle, basically, holding or whatever. So we'll get a power play out of it. Puck comes back to Irons off the face-off. Sent towards the net, off a stick, out of play. Drayden wins it back to Irons, over to Ben, down to Larson. To the crease, deflected. Puck comes to Irons at the blue line, keeps it in. Looking for options, gets it to Ben, back to Irons, towards the net. Deflected wide. Peyton forces it deep. He picks it up there, drops it for Harp, up to Irons. Over to Ben. Through Peyton's legs to Harp. Up to Irons. Towards the net. Knocked down in front by Larson, and that's forced out of the zone. Coming back our way. JT with a pad save. Hail Mary there by Queen City. Peyton makes that man miss, but Queen City with a takeaway in the neutral zone. They're going to send it in our end, and Irons back to retrieve it. Coming out from behind the net. Larson. They didn't see it. Guess it was offside. Puck must come out of the zone there. We'll change units and get a neutral zone face-off. Face-off goes back to Koenig. He sends it in. Near corner. Royals get there. Can't get it out of the zone, though. Koenig sends it down to Hank. Up to Braut. To Koenig. Hank. Back to Koenig. To Braut. To Mullenkamp. Down to Castor. His shot is covered up by the goal. Puck forced out of the zone there by the Royals off that face-off. Good job by JT there. I think he had a stick on that shot, forced it off the glass. Royals picked it back up though, and they've got all kinds of pressure right now. JT plays it to the near corner. Molenkamp picks it up there, lost the handle. It's sent out of the zone by the Royals. Now Koenig skates it in, gets it over to Hank. He peels back, drops it for Castor. Castor tried to feed it to the slide. It was hit a Royals defender. Koenig regained possession there, fed it towards the net. Now it's sent for icing, so we'll get an offensive zone face-off coming up. Royals will ice that. That's covered up by JT. We'll just do a defensive zone face-off here. Forced out of the zone there. That's off Peyton's stick. No icing. Cam will win that race. Peyton picks it up. Forced out now by the Royals. Gross sends it back into their zone. Back out once again. Gross out of play. Schuma sends that in. Ratcliffe first there. He plays it back towards Smith at the blue line. Sent towards the net. It was deflected by Mannion. Goes wide. Comes to the blue line. Royals force it out. Send it in finally. Smith is the first one there. Send back towards the net. Irons has it. He drops it for Smith. Smith sends it this way towards Mannion. Chips it out of the zone. Ratcliffe over to Schuma. Makes the man miss. Gets a shot off. Hits the goalie in the chest. He's going to cover that up, and we'll get an offensive zone face-off coming up. Brody. He sends it around. Royals are able to force it out. Comes back to our end. It's in play. Brody gets it over to past Mullenkamp, near wall. Forced back deep. Payton picks it up. He gets around the man, feeds it forward towards Mullenkamp. We're offsides. That was close. Neutral zone face-off coming up here. All right, sent in by Broad off that face-off. Kept in there by Larson, but Royals collect and force it out, and we're gonna get a call on the Royals for slashing. So somebody got Mullenkamp, so we'll head to the power play. Been in a battle there, forced out of the zone, back into our end. Irons will pick it up. Forward to Payton. He's coming through the neutral zone, skates it in. Gets it up to Ben. Drives down the wall. Larson, back to Ben. Up to Irons. Back to Ben. Ben's pass was deflected back to him. He gets it to Irons now towards the net. Glove saved by the goalie. Face off one to Ben. He gets it to Irons. Back to Ben. His pass went through the slot. Irons on the far wall. Gets it down to Payton. He gets it over to Ben. Near shot goes wide, near side. Might have been off the goalie. I couldn't tell. Puck comes to Irons. Over to Ben. Back to Irons. Towards the net. In the back of the net. Might have been tipped. Might have been Larson. Larson from Irons. I don't know about that. Pretty sure the shot was not going high. Puck kept in the zone there. Finds Ellenberg. He plays it forward. Brown with it. Drops it. Hank couldn't get the shot off. He was tied up. Royals have collected it. Royals now coming our way through the neutral zone. Forced wide by Ellenberg. Shot hits the side of the cage. Next shot goes wide, comes near wall, Gross in a battle. Moses now with him, forced out of the zone. That's going to go for icing. So we get a defensive zone face-off coming up here. Face-off comes to Mullenkamp. He sends it on around towards Schuma. He chips it forward, gets by everybody. That's going to go for icing. So we'll do it again in the defensive zone. Royals got a shot off there off the face-off, went wide. Kept it in the zone momentarily. It comes all the way back to their end now. Ross with the takeaway. Sends it far corner. Peyton gets a stick on it. Larson drives to the middle. Goalie's going to cover it up. Offensive zone face-off coming here. Ratcliffe in the circle. Royals send it in. JT keeps it going near wall. Winds up on Smith's stick here. Makes a man miss. Plays it forward. Royals send it back in. Irons has it. He peels back to the near corner. Plays it forward to Mannion. He gets it to Ratcliffe. He's come through the neutral zone. Gets a shot off. Glove saved by the goalie. Good offensive zone face-off coming up here. Hart got a shot off. It was blocked at the point of attack. Comes to the neutral zone. Cade sends it in. Royals back. Send it out. Ross has it in the neutral zone. Gives it back to the Royals. They've got it in our end. Cade now with it. Up to Ben. Over to Gross. Up to Harp. He dumps it in. And the Royals will ice that. Face-off comes to Moses. He got a shot off. It went wide off the back glass. Comes out to the neutral zone. Brody sends it back in. Royals send it out. Mullenkamp will send it in. Castro on the far wall. Down to Hank. Down low to Moses. Hank missed the net. Comes to Mullenkamp. Down to Castor. Down to Hank. Up to Mullenkamp. By Hank. Across to Castor. To Moses. Oh, they got a stick on it. Went out of play. Good look there. With pressure. Royals through the neutral zone. Send it deep. Irons. Far wall. Peyton. Touch to Larson. He's coming through. Sends it in. That goes out of play. How in the fuck is that intentional? It's off the fucking stick. He's very vocal about everything.
It's something we all
I'll be all right. I'm not attacking anyone. The fuck are you talking about? I didn't attack anyone. Through the neutral zone. Okay. Mannion skates it down. Looks for help, sends it low, intercepted there by the Royals. Coming back our way. Takeaway by Ben there, enters the zone, gets it over to Mannion. Poked off his stick. The Royals send it back our way. Offensive zone face-off coming up here. Puck comes to Broad. Sends it down low. Harp. On to Koenig. Tied up. Harp comes out of there with it. Tried to feed it across to Broad. It was picked off there. Broad picks it up. Peels back behind the net. Sorry, we're on a power play here. I'll get the clock right. When we get a stoppage, Koenig circles behind the net. Harp shot steered wide off the goalie. Puck comes up to Irons at the blue line. Over to Smith. Back to Irons. Down to Ben. Got by Koenig on that pass. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Koenig sends it forward to Ben in the zone. Drops it to Smith. Couldn't connect with Harp on that pass. Comes to Koenig. Now we got a penalty on someone for a cross check. Glove save by JT there. Defensive zone face-off coming up. Puck is iced towards the empty net. Defensive zone face-off coming up. Blocker save by JT there. Royals collect. Another blocker save by JT.